So most businesses do not plan being overstocked, right? What actually happens is you find a new product, you go to China or you go to meet a supplier, they tell you that the MOQ is at least 500 pieces. You think it's going to sell without validating the product or anything like that. Or maybe you even validated the product, right? You buy the product and then the market changes. Consumers decide they want something else. There's a new TikTok trend. Whatever it might be, the product is not just moving and now you are stuck with it. That's money being wasted. In this particular video, I'm going to show you 5 different ways that you can begin to move that stock and not damage your brand and not lose any money. The first way for you to solve this overstocking issue is by creating what I call a hit target list. Now, let me explain that with the story. In 2018, I enrolled for my first annual trade fair, and it was an event called the Lekki County Souk, right? This was for was a trade fair event for people that lived in the Lekki County Homes estate, that sort of thing. So when I paid around 20 to 25,000 naira. I got a table, I got a chair, and a canopy. I think you typically share the canopy with a vendor, that sort of thing, right? Now, I wasn't expecting much during that trade fair, but when I enrolled for it, I carried my product, I sold my products, I made money. Fast forward to the next year, 2019, the trade fair organizers were setting it up again and then reached out that, are you going to join us again this year? And I thought about it that I remember that I enrolled the previous year, I made some sales, and I actually have some stock I actually need to get rid of from that same previous year, 2018. So I said, sure, no problem. I'm going to enroll for it. Same amount, same location. I already understood how the place worked. I already understood the kind of customers or the kind of, let's call them, what do you call them? People that live in the estate, the kind of residents that live in the estate. So I already understood how to package the product, how to communicate the prices better, and what kind of offers made them click and give me money. So when I went there, even though I carried my overstock, I sold every single thing. I sold so much that I had to deliver certain products that I left at home the next day, right? Again, that was in 2019. I don't think they do it anymore. I was looking at their Facebook page and I think they actually stopped in 2019. But that's an example of an activity or an event that I will add to my hit target list. So that's what I mean by hit target list. Now, for your own business, whether you're overstocked, understocked, or you just have adequate stock, you need to have a hit target list in your business. Let's call a hit target list a series of events or platforms that you partner with that help you move products. Okay, these platforms already have customers or potential customers that you can just plug and play, right? The cost of it is very, very small. Like I said, when I joined that Lekki County Souk, I paid 25,000 naira thereabout, and I made way much more than that. Okay, so for your business, you're overstocked right now. Are there trade fairs you can sign up for? Are there declutter platforms you can partner with? Are there discounted platforms you can partner with? In your local community, do they have any sort of like group of people that are looking or willing to buy products? These are the kind of people that you want to partner with and let them know what you are selling. Now, the second one is a bit more controversial, but it works well. Hi, if you're enjoying this video and finding value, I just need you to do me one favor. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified when I post even better videos than this. So let's get back to the video. Now, CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility, right? This is when businesses run voluntary campaigns to help the poor, help the needy, things like that, by providing product or cash. In 2019, I worked with businesses that wanted to provide their products to people that were locked up. Saying locked up is a bit funny. That were basically on lockdown. Yes, let's call it lockdown. People that were basically on lockdown. I had no access to foodstuffs and things like that. Okay. Now, during that period when we were delivering these products, there were people documenting that process or documenting that whole journey. When I say documenting, what I'm basically saying is there were people that were taking pictures, recording videos, doing interviews about the amazing work that the business or the brand was doing for these people by helping them out and things like that. Okay, now this is why you want to do this for your business. That content that people have documented for you, you can then take that content back and put it on your website, put it on your social media channels, put it on all your communication channels, and that would kind of help you build brand equity, help you build sort of like your own brand asset to show that yes, so Mr. Lagbaja Enterprises is helping or giving back to the community. Now remember, these are overstocked products. So, and let me give you a very good example why this would work. If let's say you sell food stuff. Now, if you continue to stock or overstock those foodstuffs, they will go bad. So whether you like it or not, you need to get rid of the stock. In that situation, yes, you are not going to sell the stock for profit or for any money. I agree. But instead of running at a loss, you can actually give back to your local community and get valuable content, valuable brand assets that you can then use to promote or increase your brand. Now, business is a long-term sport. I tell people that business is the marathon, is not a sprint. And what I mean by that is these little content assets, there's things that help you build momentum and build your brand long-term. So yes, we are overstocked, but at the same time, how can you use that overstock to impact people's lives? I say it's a bit controversial because it seems like you are, I don't want to use the word manipulating or bribing people with food for content, but ideally that's how some people look at it, but it's not how you should look at it. Okay, the big brands of the world do this, and that's why it's called CSR. Another thing you could do is get people to drop ship your product. So you find people that will sell your product for you, you give them at a good price, they find their own customers, and then all you have to do is deliver to those customers, right? You become a mini supplier of some sort. And this is something that I've also experienced. So you find people that would, sell your stock for you, and then they would also make some money. Now, what do these people look like? First off, these are mostly students, young entrepreneurs, or people that actually drop ship. You will see certain people that they would come into your DM and they will ask that, oh, can I resell this your product? What's your wholesale price? Things like that. When you have those kind of people that come to your shop or come to ask you those questions, make a note of them so that when you are overstocked, you can reach out to them, right? Now, disclaimer, well, not disclaimer, never, ever, ever give your customers this sort of opportunity. Never make your customers your dropshipping partners. Never do it. It will end in premium tiers. Now, one thing I've noticed is for most companies, they have one of these three key events. The first one is they have a Christmas party, right? The second one is at some point during the year, they have a team bonding exercise or a team bonding day, whatever you want, whatever it is they call it, right? And then the third one is they typically have an end of year gifting pamper service or hamper service or gift package that they send out to their clients or their partners, right? One of these three key events. Now, within these three key events, the HR or the procurement team or the finance person or the PA to the CEO is always confused as what to get as a gift for these people, right? During these key events. And this is where you come in. You are going to approach these key stakeholders in these companies and offer them your overstock at a lower price, but they have to buy the whole stock. Well, either they buy the stock or they have to buy in bulk, a huge order, that sort of thing. And the good thing is, unlike them shipping from China or shipping from other places or buying products and waiting for it to land, you're overstocked. You have it there already. Now, the fifth one is the one I always use. Well, I've been using it from 2021. And this is the one that I guarantee you would help you actually avoid being overstocked. And that is to run more ads. This year, I've spent about 2 million naira just on ad spend alone. This is minus obviously creating content, product seeding, things like that, okay? But the idea is you want to spend money on ads so that you can get more people to see what you're selling. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video? The main reason why you are overstocked is likely not enough people know what you have. And the fastest and easiest way to get people to know what you have is to reach out to them where they are, which is on social media. And this is why I say you want to run more ads. All right. So you can do things like buy 3 for 2, limited offer for while stock lasts, those sort of things, and then create a solid creative, create a good video that promotes the product with an exciting offer, work on your landing page, and push people to it. Anyways, I have a playlist if you want to learn how I set up my own meta ads, the techniques I use, things like that, and you can watch videos from that playlist here. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments and I'll respond as soon as I can. And yes, if you've not subscribed, you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, or this is your first time watching my videos, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.